the Eagles, after pulling off a big win against the Rams, they go to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers, and they are favored by 3.5 on the road. Thoughts on this game, guys? Key points. Give them to me.
The key point, and I've said a couple things on Twitter about this, and we talked about it on Tuesday or Sunday's show, definitely Tuesday, is the tush push. I said this weeks ago. I said that I was circling the matchup for the Eagles against the Buccaneers on my calendar because one of the Eagles' greatest weapons is short yardage situations, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, goal line situations. Like they have guaranteed yardage in the tush push. And the Buccaneers, I think, might be the team best equipped to stop that. They've got Vita Vea on that interior defensive line, who's been an animal for years, and now they signed to their practice squad. They have not. I don't know if they brought him to their active roster.
They have not yet.
What is his? Desmond Watson.
Desmond Watson.
Did we confirm that's his actual name?
Yes.
Okay. We were doing our best to remember on our last show. Desmond Watson is on the practice squad. Be interested. That is something I'll be monitoring closely as the game gets closer. Is do they promote him to the active roster? And if not, are they using him in practice like scenarios, like where they're putting him in the offensive line and just having him push to like kind of condition the defense for what that offensive line is going to feel like. But yeah, this is a matchup that I've been really excited for to see how the Tampa Bay defense handles that tush push. And then on the other side of the ball, the Buccaneers offense is very good. You've got Baker Mayfield throwing to Emeka Egbuka. You don't have Mike Evans. I assume he's out multiple weeks with a hamstring injury.
Yes, Chris Godwin may be back, though. So
really?
You may have just lost one and returned the other.
Okay, so potential Chris Godwin return. I don't know how much you're going to expect from him in a week where it's like, I don't know if it's the right way to approach it, but if it's like kind of down to the wire, if he's going to play, I am more hesitant and less confident in him than if it's like it's been full go since Monday, because it's like if he's that close to like the edge of being ready to go versus not ready to go, I'm a little bit more conservative on my expectations for him.
Sure.
And your expectations for a guy coming off of a severe injury are always going to be lower. Like he's not just going to be 2021 Chris Godwin or whatever year he was in his prime, 2022 maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head. So my expectations for him are definitely lower. So does that mean Emeka Egbuka is wide receiver 1? If so,
he's got that easy.
Yeah, I mean, I love him.
Dog.
Have been on him since like all of our draft preview stuff. I got him in fantasy in multiple leagues. I got him in a keeper league. Oh, it's so nice. It's just such a good feeling. I also have Baker Mayfield in that league, and I think Baker's got many years left ahead of him. So what does that look like? The Buccaneers offense against the Eagles defense, which I still like. JP, they've been holding opponents to 21 points a game, so not great, and then 318 yards per game. But we've talked about, I think you've been a little bit lower on some of the replacements they've had, especially along the defensive line. They're definitely not the same elite D-line that they have been in their past 2 Super Bowl runs, winning one and losing another. They're not the same tier. I still think they're good. And then I think that secondary is good with Cooper DeJean. I really like Makuba. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's been playing well out of Texas. You're allowed horns down all day, but he has been playing well, getting a crucial pick. Did he have a pick in what pick was it?
The Chiefs game.
The Chiefs game. Thank you. He
was
picked off the Kelsey fumble, whatever you want to call it, the bobble. So how does that defense match up against this offense? I think those will be some interesting things to watch is tush push and then wide receiver room. How healthy is it for the Buccaneers?
I completely disagree. The Eagles' defense is not good. They're opportunistic. They blocked 2 field goals last week, but they kind of just bend, not break last week against the Rams, forced field goals. But that, I don't think it was, watching it, it was not necessarily a statement of Eagles' defense held them. It was, the Rams just missed a spot. The Chiefs are terrible offensively, and so that wasn't really a fair matchup. And the Cowboys got what they wanted until we were in a weather delay for an hour and a half. So I think the Buccaneers are going to get whatever they want on Sunday. I think Makuba has been good in the run game, but he has not been in the pass game really whatsoever as a coverage guy.
He's the perfect example of you saying they've been opportunistic. Like
Yeah.
he's made a couple big plays, but it's not holistically been there.
Absolutely. Now Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis have been amazing, and Zach Bond has been good, but I just don't think that defense as a whole has really played that well. Although the points per game have kind of tells that story, and recency bias tells you that the last two big plays they made were a pick, and then blocking a field goal. And so I think the Bucs are going to get what they want offensively.
Get all worried about their offensive line injuries.
Tristan Wirfs may play,
Okay.
but it hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
And I would argue it was against better defensive lines. The Jets I would argue, a better defensive line with Quinn and Williams and their pass rushers, Will McDonald specifically. The Texans with Will Anderson, that might be the best pass rush in the league.
What's his name?
Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter, not
Yeah.
Danielle.
And then the Falcons' defense, at least on the defensive line, has played fine.
You just don't know week to week.
Yeah, they're just the Falcons. So I don't think the tackles are going to be an issue.
Okay.
What I said, like in my pyramid on Tuesday, it doesn't matter who the Bucs have, who's healthy, who's not. As long as Baker's out there and he's got a receiver to throw to, he's going to find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
I think Baker leads another game-winning drive on Sunday, and I think the Bucs beat the Eagles. Offensively, my question for the Eagles is just, are they going to open up the attack? And I think they need to, for Saquon's sake.
They have to.
They need to unload these boxes, and the ability to get back to the threat of Saquon big run is key.
Yeah. The Buccaneers have a great run defense.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to help Saquon at all by at least making the safeties respect the pass, he's not going to do anything. He's going to be stunted. My biggest point for the Eagles was don't give Baker Mayfield the chance to have a game-winning drive because he will convert the game-winning drive and you will lose. And then the last thing is I'm just interested to see, talking about them opening up the passing game. We said no more questions, Your Honor. And so this isn't really a question. I think it can happen. But Zion McCollum and Jamel Dean are bigger-bodied cornerbacks. They're both around 6 foot, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot bigger than what the Rams have in Emmanuel Forbes and such, where they're
certainly
160.
Yeah.
So it's a better matchup. I still trust A.J. Brown to get open and stuff, but it just may not be as easy. So I'm interested to watch that. The spread, Philly, I already mentioned, is favored by 3.5. I'm picking the Buccaneers to cover. Y'all, what do y'all have?
I will also be picking the Buccaneers to cover. I mean, I've already talked about I love their offense, and I like the way their defense matches up against the Eagles. So I'm not going to ramble about that anymore, but I like the Buccaneers. I just think they're a really good team, and I like the way Baker Mayfield leads the team, the 2-minute, like the game-winning drives and his presence. I like what he's kind of grown into as a quarterback there, so I'm going to pick them to cover.
Yeah.
And win. And win.
Well, they would have to.
Are they...
They're underdogs by 3.5. The
you're
spread
right.
opened
Sorry,
at Philly minus 2.5. If it was Philly minus 2.5, I'd be all over Philly. But I'm gonna take the Bucs with the 3.5 points.
Cool.
To cover that spread. I don't know if they'll win though. I do think Baker has, if he gets the chance, he's gonna lead a game-winning drive.
He may not get the chance.
He may not get the chance.
Sure.
Though.